Their side, all he wants to do is spin drama for his channel for dollar signs. Anything for this, right? So he can literally go fuck himself. He can go fuck himself. I don't care. I want nothing to do with the guy. Nothing.
Because you're a pussy. Because you're a pussy. Like, I'm not going to be 5. It is. I told you. Won't ask about your wife. Won't ask about anything in your personal life that does not happen in front of this screen. You just don't like it because I won't sit there and suck your balls so you can talk about how great you are. Tell me I'm wrong. Watch this video and tell me I'm wrong.
Thing at all. You know, I'm done with them. I want someone who's going to, if they're going to interview me, they're going to truly be a neutral observer.
They're not going to know anything about me. You just said you have to talk behind the scenes. So how are they going to be neutral? If you're telling them this is off the table to talk about, this is off the table to talk about, this is off the table to talk about, then it's not neutral then. That's 100% biased. And to the person, well, the quartering has no moral standards. We know that. So he'll, oh wow, dollar signs. I'll suck Satan's dick. You know,
and listen to what I
no one like. I can't wait to see who he chooses.
have to say. Not have a preconceived notion. Not tell their audience what to think.
I wouldn't tell my audience what. How is me asking you a question about your begging, your financial issues, which you bring up, why you won't take sponsors, and the other stupid shit that you do? So much of it I can't think of it right now. I'd obviously have a list ready if I interviewed you, which is obviously not going to happen. Like, I'm not going to sit there and like, you did this. You could have asked me tough questions, Phil, if you wanted. But
you blew it.
And not try to make giant bank off of me either. That's not the point, you understand? So, all that being said, this is hilarious. He said he would turn off monetization. He already made money on me all week. Of course he'll turn off monetization. He literally just had a week's worth of content. Just posting up our emails, which he shouldn't have done. He didn't have permission to do that. Just posting up the videos that supposedly he made just for me, and he posted those up. He already has a week's full of content. Why the fuck would he care about the interview being monetized? You know what I'm saying? Then he'll do a 2 weeks of follow-up after. You know, he go fuck himself. He's done. I'm done with him. I really want nothing to do with him. He's definitely a two-faced scumbag, and I'm done with that guy.
Phil, you're kind of in, this is how you remind me of Quantum TV. Do you notice that whenever you have problems, there is a common denominator. The common denominator is you.
You know what I mean? Like, talk about ultimate hypocrisy, okay? So I am in talks with others, all right? And
I can't wait. I hope he really is. I hope he's not kidding and just making it like that people are like clawing at him for interviews. I hope he does. I really do. Yes, you know what, Phil? I want the real estate from that. Absolutely. Please be truthful and get that interview, because I know it's going to be with anyone who even remotely asks you anything that will stress you out in the slightest. You are going to run from the hills. Run for the hills, excuse me. I don't think so. No, I think he has too much pride to be a secret lurker. Quantum, on the other, he has too much pride too, but he's also too obsessed with himself. Phil isn't that bad.
it's very interesting because there's people who want to approach it from different angles. You know, I have one person, and again, unlike Rich,
Oh my God, you're talking about the angles?
I'm not going to completely blow up and expose all my conversations with other people. I'm going to keep it anonymous, all right? I have one person who essentially wants to just have me as like a casual hour or so guest on a show and just talk about everything on the internet. It would be like an hour guest spot on a show.
Yeah, not talk about him. He just wants to be in front of a new audience, get a new following, and just like talk about the weather. I wouldn't interview you, Phil. I would absolutely not interview. I would cancel the interview. before I had that kind of interview with you. The person who takes, I know I'm gonna be a dick, and I'm kind of like being a fire starter here. The person who interviews you, who takes that,
I am thoroughly tickled.
Has no credibility. They have no credibility. I'll call them out too. Sorry. I will, as soon as I find out who it is, I'm calling them out. I'll watch the interview and give them a chance first and see. But if they don't ask you even the slightest question, I'm going to be like, yo, wah, wah, sell out. Yeah, he's being a dick. He says he doesn't hate me, but I know he does. He doesn't like anyone who like damages his ego. That's his biggest problem.
Just like normal content that they do, no big deal. Okay? Then I have someone who actually wanted to make an entire kind of like expose special, all right, on their channel around this. And basically do something like completely different than what I had even intended. You know what I'm saying? Like, I basically was blown away by what was proposed to me, what this person had said. Basically, we're talking in-person interviews and stuff like that, and I was like, whoa, that was not even close to what I was thinking, but it's intriguing. It's an intriguing idea that someone actually...
Yo, Channel 5 interview this man. Yeah, he's a narcissist, 100%. That you don't have to be Dr. Phil to know that. Absolutely a narcissist. Full stop.
Thinks that this situation is so interesting that they would want to actually have a series of in-person interviews and coverage, you know.
Channel 5. And the thing about Channel 5 is they would, because they're brilliant, they would do the same thing that I would do, but he's too stupid to realize it. They would just, you see like the new video talking about that dude that's crazy, like he like does like kung fu for his balls. Phil wouldn't realize it. He would think Channel 5 was like giving him this interview praising him, but you would still see the stupid shit, and he would basically expose himself metaphorically and not even realize it. Please, Channel 5, I hope to God, Channel 5, please interview this man. Turbo Express, you are noticed.
So yeah, and no, see, again, unlike Rich, I'm not going to publicize these conversations I'm having with people because this is not supposed to be for personal gain, nor is it supposed to be, oh, look at these big YouTubers who want to do it with me or anything. I'm not going to talk like that. You know what I mean? That's really stupid. But just for clarity.
Dude, the reason why I exposed your shit is because your answers were ridiculous. You basically wrote a letter to me like you were a girlfriend that I broke up with and you were very hurt by it. And your reasoning, you said without saying it, but you did say it essentially. I know I'm contradicting myself again. That you don't want any tough questions. So I guarantee you, it's going to be someone who's going to throw softball to you.
Clarification purposes, you know, some people were so silly. They were like, oh yeah, the absolute biggest YouTubers were going to want to cover this. I mean, do you really think that?
Who said that, Phil? Who said the biggest YouTubers are going to want to cover it? Who said it, Phil? Who? The big YouTubers who covered it don't need you to be on there. They'll just look up all... People have dug through your streams and made videos on you that have gotten millions of views. They don't need you for an interview. They want to do it with them. Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Again, without blowing names up or anything, because I don't want to do that. I feel that's disrespectful. I really do. I feel it's disrespectful if you're having a talk with someone behind the scenes and it involves some kind of business or it involves some kind of situation where, you know, there's a proposition of something that could happen in the future that may be beneficial to both sides. Why are you going to blow that up and expose every piece of information about it on the internet?
You didn't have a dumb conversation with these ass kissers that I had. You didn't come at them from a stupid perspective. I guarantee you, if you said how much your feelings were hurt by them, they wouldn't be interviewing you. and they probably would have called you out too.
And it's funny because some people are like, oh, well, there's nothing legal that says that.
Call him? Sure, he's gonna give me, not sure, he's gonna give me his number right now. Hey, Phil, I'm calling you in a minute. Come on. If you're not trolling, not sure, use your brain. Do you think he's really gonna... Yeah, Rich, I can't stand you, and I think you're a piece of shit on the bottom of my shoe. By the way, here's my number. Call me.
That you can't post emails or talk about it. I mean, you're right, but there's an air of professionalism. And when you have someone who literally posts every piece of everything on the internet, there's obviously, you know that.
Oh, Phil, if it wasn't for me posting that, you put in the letter you were crying because I was watching you on Christmas Eve. If that didn't happen, it would be something else. You will never, ever do the interview with me because you know I'll ask you tough questions. It's the same thing the quartering did. Oh, what did he say that I even fucking forgot now? It's always the goalpost move.
Grab.
And when I had him, I should have came at him different. I came at him all piss and vinegar. The one time I had him, I fucked it up because I came in too aggressive when he was on David Jaffe's show.
Person's a complete unprofessional jerk, and the only reason they're doing it is for clout and for them to get attention. And we don't want to give him attention, and when you mention every 2 seconds, you're giving him that attention.
Destroy challengers.
You know, that's why I'm not.
Yeah, Phil, breaking news. If you didn't talk about this, I wouldn't be showing it on the stream. That is a good point. You perpetuate
telling you every step of the way, posting shit up and telling you all this stuff because, you know, this is going to be talks that are likely going to be ongoing. And, you know, every day, I don't have time every day to talk to these people. You know, I have a series of different paths that I'm talking. Remember, I've said to people, I would talk to them via Twitter and email, and now I do. Now I have like a bunch of people I'm talking with at once. Oh God, I'm going back and forth.
He's getting so hard over people coming after him. I can't wait to see when he settles on. I know I'm repeating myself, but I can't wait.
Back and forth. I'm going back and forth. I'm a busy dude. I barely have any free time to do anything.
Grapple shot acquired.
Anyway, let's move on to Yay Patrick.
Okay, thank you very much indeed for Northern Uncensored. My first question for you, I guess, is an obvious one. What do you hope to achieve from our conversation?
That right there, being uncensored. In American media, it's very censored. It feels like an episode of Black Mirror a lot of times. So I put myself
Good to be exhausted.
across the line, the point of no return, saying, hey, I know they're gonna say whatever they want about me. When I bring up the truth, they're gonna say you didn't get enough sleep. It's because of your health. They're gonna call me names for my truth, but these experiences that I'm telling you about are factually things that I've went through and things that I refuse to keep going through. And things that I'm not going to let my children go through, and things that I'm not going to let my peers go through. No pun intended.
Camo available.
Well, look, we are most certainly uncensored on this show, Yay, and I want to give you the time and the platform to really explain yourself. Because I think that sound about people, perhaps taken out of context sometimes, can create a very distorted view of what really thinks. What do you think, looking back over the last few weeks in particular, what do you think have been the biggest misconceptions about you?
2 zones played. Go, team, go.
Well, I think there's a left agenda to silence anyone that goes against the agenda.
Oh no. Left. He sounds like Ben Shapiro.
Power weapons incoming.
Who's trying to silence you, Kanye? As until recently you were a multi-billionaire, dude. Who's trying to silence you?
Let's go back to
On the field.
Trump running for office.
Your
Back in
accuracy
2015,
is improving.
everyone that was around me in my industry, in the entertainment industry, told me that my life would be over. I would be on the wrong side of history. I've even had threats to my life for wearing the Trump hat. And it even ended up in, you know...
He's kind of right. 2016 election or not. Your credibility is going to shit.
family, and also making it where I have to raise my children differently because I actually am a person that's classified as black. You know, I classify
Active
myself
camo.
as Jew.
Inbound. Active camo available.
What?
Classified and given that title in America as black. In America, that I'm supposed to stay in a block to vote. You never heard the term white vote. So why is there a term black vote? How is that okay? It sounds just as
Because black people are minorities. Welcome back, Kanye. I bet he doesn't even know this. You realize that in America, it established you had to be a white landowner and a man to vote.
Incoming.
You know that, Kanye? I bet you didn't. But you never sound like you know what the fuck you're talking about. So why am I even
racist as a black drinking fountain. And my dad, you know, called me and said, the thing that the left fear about Ye or makes me the most dangerous is I'm rich. And that's the point. Tupac told me back in the days, you know, you have to get your money right and then you go to war. So
Confirmed.
I'm going to war. You know, I don't have endless resources. I only have like maybe, you know, honestly, only maybe $120 million in my account.
Oh,
But-
just wait. I only have $120 million in my account.
What?
Killing spree. Double kill.
Deploying praise. You
Holy.
glory.
It's like when Trump said, which is a lie, he got way more than that. A small loan for my dad of $1
Power
million
items
or 200
incoming.
million. Same thing.
What I'm not going to let
Hat-trick.
happen is I'm
Confirmed.
not going to let my kids take over the house someday and have a board room telling
Free
them
zone.
what to do
Incoming.
and talking behind their
Nearing
back.
victory.
I'm not going to let that happen to my children. So I have to fight right now. And the other powerful
You're not going to have any corporation, you're going to have boardroom meetings and what are you talking about?
icons and black
Bro, you got 120 million in the bank. Your kids ain't going to have to do shit unless you're stupid with your money, which... Kardashian, they'll be okay.
at the top of the game, they didn't fight at that point. They were too afraid of losing whatever they had. So by the time they wanted to make a difference, by the time Bill Cosby wanted to buy ABC, he didn't have to.
Victory.
Yeah, I love that you very rarely... Look, I have my issues with the left, and I've talked about it too. But you very rarely, when was the last time I heard some kind of violent shit from the left? And I'm not... Look, the riots that happened after George Floyd, those are rioters. That has nothing to do with left and right. They're fucking rioters. They're in the same camp as the assholes who did January 6th, in my opinion, okay? That's right. It's not left. That's not right. That's not a skin color. Those are rioters that were just looking for chaos. But you don't hear about motherfuckers on the left breaking into Nancy Pelosi's house and trying to go after her husband with a bat, and they were actually looking for her. And trust me, I have no love for Nancy Pelosi, but that is insane. That is absolutely insane. So get the fuck out of here with this, man. Go get a new jacket on, wash that. What were you doing? Were you painting?
Cosby Show at that time.
Did you brush your teeth and get the fucking Colgate? Did you pull a D? What happened to that jacket? Is that by design? It's baffling me.
To be able to stand up when they wanted to literally throw him in jail, you know, where they actually did throw him in jail. So people have to understand just the bravery. There's so many people.
Yeah, Seymour, it drives me insane. He reminds me so much of Steven from Django and Chain of Black Guy. How the fellow said he's okay with them continuing. That's a good point.
Everywhere. I know everyone can relate to
Kind of impossible not to get political watching this, but this is